So let's now see like how knowledge base was created in previous step. So I'll directly go to knowledge bases in Amazon Bedrock, and I can see, yeah, this is the knowledge base. It got created. Sorry. I just click on this knowledge base, and as you can see, this knowledge base was created, and this is the data source. So data source is nothing but S3. If you recall, like in step one, we uploaded document to S3. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on sync. So what sync is going to do is it will sync the document which we uploaded in previous step to S3. It's going to sync that document uploaded to S3 to the Amazon OpenSearch database, right? So if you recall, we have a document in S3. That document is going to be chunk, and then finally that document of list of chunks is going to be fed to embedding model. An embedding model is going to load to the vector database. Now here vector database is nothing but in our case, we are using AWS built-in serverless OpenSearch database, right? So when we click on sync, it's going to sync the S3 document directly to OpenSearch database, right? So sync has been done, as you can see. I'll click on data source, and yeah, this is my sync history. Okay, and now, so we already checked the knowledge base, we sync the knowledge base. Now let's go to the, so ultimately knowledge base is creating behind the scenes, right? It's creating AWS OpenSearch database, right? So let's go to the Amazon OpenSearch. So I will type OpenSearch. I'll click on new window. It's here. So you will not find over here, but you need to go to the collections. So you see it created collections. So this is nothing but the Amazon OpenSearch database. So here collection type is vector search. Let me directly open the collection. And here if I open the collection, this is the dashboard URL. So I am just opening the, if I want to access the OpenSearch database, right? OpenSearch database URL. If I want to look into OpenSearch database, this is my URL. I just click on the new window. Again, I'm back. This is my OpenSearch endpoint. That's okay. Now let me see the indexes. So yeah, as you can see, it created one index. So we are totally in OpenSearch. I'm just trying to make you repetitive so that you know where we are switching. Ultimately, as you can see, right, it chunk. So we just uploaded single migraine document, if you recall in S3, right? So it chunk into the 65 documents, that single document chunk into 65. It created one vector field count. And let me try to see what it's there in index. So I'm just curious just to see what's happening. So here it created like 5 metadata fields, and this is the vector field which it created, and total 65 document count. Okay, now I'll go to the document, I'll go to the OpenSearch dashboard URL, right? Which I just click over here. So I had already opened. I'll go to here over here. Now what I'm going to do is I want to see the document, right? So I am getting more curious. So I just want to know, okay, but how do I know that my document has been converted into the vectors, right? Ultimately, that's what OpenSearch does, right? That's what the embedding model does, right? So embedding model basically converts into the vectors, and then ultimately my document is stored in vector format into this OpenSearch database, right? So what I'm going to do is I will click, I'll explore on my own. So I'll click over here, and what I'm going to do is I'll click on discover, and yeah, so what it says is that if I want to see the data, it clearly says you have already data in OpenSearch, right? because knowledge base already created data in OpenSearch, right? OpenSearch. So what I'm going to do is to see the data, first I need to create the index pattern. It's same like we always create index, right, for any database, right? So I'm going to create index pattern. So I'm just copy below guy with this, and rows per page, I don't know. Yeah, so I'll just click and it will create index pattern. So the indices which match this index pattern does not contain any time fields. Okay, create index pattern. So it's now creating index pattern. So the moment when you create index pattern, you will be able to see your document, how those my S3 document has been chunk, and how it has been converted to the vectors, right? So it basically created 14 fields. So these are the 14 fields. So and then yeah, I'm not sure if any other information is useful or not. So now again, now what I'm going to do is I'll go to discover. Now I want to see the data, right? So you see this is the index we created. I'll just click on index one more time here. You see you're following me, right? I just click over here and here. So here this is the magic. So here if you see it created 65 chunk, right? As I mentioned, our single document which was uploaded to S3, it chunk into 65 portion, right? 65 chunks. And if I open first one, so here this is the first one. So here as you can see, this was my document which was uploaded, and this is my paragraph, you see. So it just took, so this first chunk contains this much of paragraph, and then this is the magic, right? So this is the corresponding vector. So this is the vector has been generated from this paragraph. So from this paragraph, this is the vector output, and it's nothing but it's generated by embedding model. So this document is converted to this vector, and this is the ID, unique ID of this chunk. So if I look at the second one, right, ultimately same thing. So again, this is my source. So this is again different paragraph. So here you can see this is different. The first international burden. Here it says finally. So this is my another chunk, and this is unique ID of this chunk, and this is corresponding the vector output generated by embedding model. So hope you got it, what we did. Uh, as you can see, what was their diagram, if you have followed with me by just listening, by watching, or if you have done on your own, you will really feel, oh, this is how it works. Now what I'm going to do is let's test our knowledge base model, right? So ultimately we need to test. When I say we need to test, which means we will give some prompt, and then it's going to check into the rag, that is it's going to check in this source of document, and then it will see whether it finds the extra information from this document or not. So just congratulate yourself that you did full rag. So let me go to yeah, let me open this rag. So sorry, not rag, let me open this knowledge base. Now I'm going to test this knowledge base, right? So now you have uploaded document to S3. Your S3 document has been chunk and it has been loaded into the vector database. That's what we check in OpenSearch just some time back. Now knowledge base is ready. Now we want to test it, right? So I'm going to give the query or prompt. So let's see. So I'll select the model. Let me select for me Anthropic. I'll go for Sonnet. Apply. You need to select model. Now I'll put the same query. What is my grain? And let's see how it responds. So now it's going deep dive. It's going to check our knowledge base. Knowledge base is nothing but S3, and S3 is nothing but in S3 we have uploaded the document. So as you can see over here, migraine is brain disorder, blah blah blah, right? And then here, if you see this guy, right? If I click over here, you need to click. It points to PDF. You see the beauty. So when we were doing the chatting with the document in our very first video, it was not pointing to PDF, right? Because we were just playing with the document. Our document was not uploaded to S3 in that step. So now we have already uploaded the document to S3. So when the knowledge base is giving the answer, it's giving the reference of the document which we uploaded to S3, right? So it's searching within the S3. So this is like RAG. That's what it means, right? So if I open this PDF, right? So you see it directly bringing me to S3. It's bringing me to this specific document, right? So you finish full RAG, but last and very most important step, what you need to do is you need to clean all these objects which you created. Otherwise, you will incur with a lot of charges. So you should really clean it up. What I'm going to do is I'll delete first knowledge base. So just follow along with me. Make sure you do this. Otherwise, you will incur charges. So my clear important message and warning to you. So you are into knowledge base. You are selecting your knowledge base. I'm selecting the delete button. And what I'm going to do is I will say delete, and it's deleting. It will take some time. Yeah, it has been deleted successfully, and you check behind as well, right? So there are no knowledge base created. You need to do one more step because knowledge base behind the scenes created the open search collection as well, right? The open search database. So you need to remove open search database as well. So what I'm going to do is let me go to open search. I thought I had already opened. No worries. What I'm going to do is I'll click on open search service. You go to collections. In collections, select this collection. You need to delete. Remember, you need to delete. So delete here. You need to do confirm, right? So you need to type confirm as my prompt says, right? So delete, done. And why I can see this is still reflecting. I will just refresh. Yeah. So just refresh, right? For a safer side. So here now you have removed your knowledge base. You have removed the collection of OpenSearch which was created behind the scenes by your knowledge base. So now you are cleaned, all good to go. But then now you understood how all end-to-end RAG works on Amazon Bedrock. Till the time, hope you like it. Thanks. Put comment if you have any questions around this. I can answer.